Hey, what's up folks? We're going to be doing my Chrysler Concorde. I'm going to show you what code I have on the check engine light, and we're going to go ahead and fix that. I got a P128. P128. Coolant thermostat. Coolant temperature below thermostat regulating temperature. Honestly, I kind of figured that was going to be the code, because what's been happening is about a month ago, it's been cold out, so I've noticed that I'm not getting as good heat or a good amount of heat out of the heating system as I used to. And checking the temperature on the gauge, it's been running into cold. It never gets to where it should be in the middle. So I know the thermostat's probably junk. I'm gonna do a little bit different than most people on the internet have done it, and I'll show you what I mean by that. All right, on the internet, normally people are talking about taking off the front housing here and taking off the alternator to get to the thermostat. Because the thermostat on this vehicle, this is a 3.5 liter high output. Thermostat is not where you think it would be. You think it might be under here, but it's not. It's actually underneath the alternator, right by the oil filter. And I don't know if I can show it to you, but it's kind of hard to see. But if you look down in between here, you'll see the holes and stuff is in there. It's difficult to get an eye on it. But anyway, believe me, it's right underneath the alternator, right to the left and top of the oil filter. Now, how am I going to get to this? I haven't figured it out yet. I'm going to try just blindly go in and see if I can get those two bolts out. They're both 10mm bolts. All right, first thing I'm going to do, if you see this pan, I'm going to put it underneath, try to catch as much coolant as possible. All right, the easiest way to get these two bolts out, all right, there's only two bolts, they're 10mm bolts. It's from the bottom. Jack the vehicle up about a foot or two, get access in there with a long extension, and you can get to these two bolts. Can't be difficult, but it's easier than taking the whole front end apart. So that's out. The plan is to pull the housing out enough to get the new gasket and the new thermostat in there. Let's see if I can actually do that without disconnecting hoses. I gotta get a screwdriver. You don't want to pop out. Yeah. For here is this one's rated at 82 degrees Celsius, and this one's 82 degrees Celsius. I just want to make sure I'm putting the right thermostat in. This section here is actually the section that goes into the housing on the engine. Okay, so that goes into the engine, and this goes into the housing this side here for the radiator hose. So it'll go like that. Let's get that in there. All right, now that we got that all in, the best bet if you're going to do this, you got to get it from underneath if you're going to do it without removing the alternator and stuff. It's doable. The only tip I got for you is to go ahead and take off the hose, the antifreeze hose, and get rid of this freaking clamp. Get rid of it and put in a screw clamp for the hose. You're better off. It's just easier. And that way you got room underneath to get to it once you get the hose off, and it's easier to put everything back together. All right, we want to start her up and see if there's any leaks and put some antifreeze in there, blah, 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 clear the code, blah, blah, blah. All right, let's get this code cleared. We'll go ahead and just erase these codes. All right, all I'm going to do now is I'm just going to let it run, let it heat up, see if the temperature gets up to normal, and get some antifreeze back in it, and make sure there's no leaks. All right, to bleed the air out of the system, you have a little petcock up top here by the manifold. You see that petcock right there? Right now it's open. You see steam coming out? That's the air. It's going to come out. Leave it open until you get water coming out of there, or coolant. All right? And there we go. Now you're going to see that you have coolant coming out of there, so that means you're all bled out. You still got some air coming out, but it's not as bad. Once you get a steady stream, you're good to go. You close it. All right, it's been running for about, I want to say 5 minutes. The gauge is already a quarter of the way up. So that was definitely the issue. Definitely. It wouldn't even get that high that fast. Wouldn't even get anywhere near that with that other thermostat in there. And I got pretty good heat coming out of this thing. Oh, it feels so nice. It's 44 degrees out and it's windy as hell. So big improvement. I'm gonna sit out here for about another 5 minutes or so, let it run for a while. Tomorrow, after I get home from work, I'm gonna go ahead and just check the antifreeze level, make sure it's good. I wanna make sure I don't have any leaks and whatnot. So that's how you do your thermostat. I wish I could have showed you that, but it's such a tight spot, you can't get in there with the camera and I can't show it to you. But it's just 2 bolts, one on the right top, one on the bottom left. You can get to it from underneath. If you have a jack the car up 2 feet high. Get that out, take your hose off, right? Get rid of that clamp and put one of those worm gear clamps. The ones that you can screw down. Makes it much easier. Put the hose in last, line the freaking thermostat up right through the housing, put your finger in it, line it up, tighten the bolts down, and you're done. You don't have to take the front end off. You don't have to take the alternator off. You're looking at probably an hour to 2 hours to get the job done. All right, I hope this was helpful in some way. And y'all, please leave some comments, leave some likes, share the video, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you all. Bye-bye.